Everyone thought Susan was finally becoming smart, but no one knew her intelligence belonged to someone else. Susan and Nancy were known as inseparable best friends. Nancy was brilliant, always first in class. Teachers loved her. Susan, on the other hand, tried. But no matter how hard she tried, she just couldn't understand like Nancy. At first, she admired Nancy. Then, she started comparing.
You are so intelligent, Nancy. How do you do it? I try, but I just can't understand like you.
And slowly, admiration turned into jealousy. One afternoon, Susan sat quietly watching Nancy being praised again.
Excellent work. This is the highest score in the class. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work.
Her fists tightened. That was the day she made a decision.
Why does it always have to be Nancy? I study hard too.
Well, if I can't be like Nancy, I will become Nancy.
The next day,
Nancy.
During break, Nancy was about to go buy her usual snack, meat pie and Coke. Susan rushed to her.
My dad bought me meat pie and Coke for lunch. I know you like it, so you can have it. Thank you, Susan. You're the best. You can give me your money, so I can get something else for myself. You know I don't eat meat pie.
Nancy agreed without thinking. She ate, drank, and smiled. But Susan didn't eat anything. She just watched. The next test came. Nancy stared at her paper. She was blank. Her mind was empty. For the first time in her life, she didn't know what to write. Meanwhile, Susan wrote effortlessly. Answers flowed like magic. Everyone was shocked.
I studied so hard for this test. But I suddenly went blank. I didn't know what to write. This has never happened to me before. I studied. What do? I don't want to fail. Stop crying, Nancy. Everything will be fine. It happens like that sometimes. It's not your fault. She thinks she's smart. Well, now we will know who is really smart. Finally, it is my turn to be praised.
Days turned into weeks. Nancy kept failing. Susan kept topping the class. Teachers were confused. Students whispered.
What is happening to Nancy? How did she end up at the bottom of the class? And suddenly, Susan is excelling. My dear, I don't understand. It is quite strange. Maybe Nancy got carried away and stopped studying.
But what hurt Nancy the most was Susan. She stopped sitting with her, stopped talking to her. Like Nancy didn't exist anymore. One day, Nancy finally asked Susan,
did I do something wrong? You no longer talk to me. I'm really sorry if I have done anything to hurt you. Nancy, you didn't do anything. We are just not on the same level academically. I don't like moving with dull students.
Nancy stood there, heartbroken. Nancy walked home slowly that day. Her mind was heavy. School had become a nightmare, and losing Susan hurt even more. As she approached the roadside, she noticed an old blind woman struggling to cross. Cars sped past. Nobody stopped. Nancy didn't hesitate. She rushed forward and gently held the woman's hand.
Let me help you cross, ma'am.
They crossed safely. The old woman smiled, but her smile felt unusual. As Nancy turned to leave, the woman spoke.
The one you call your friend has stolen what belongs to you.
How do you mean, Mom?
The food she gave you was not ordinary. An exchange was done spiritually.
I trusted her as my best friend. Please, Mom, how do I undo what was done?
The woman slowly brought out a small white handkerchief. She placed it in Nancy's hand.
Wipe your face tonight with this handkerchief, then burn it. What was stolen will find its way back.
That night, Nancy sat quietly on her bed. The room was silent. She held the handkerchief tightly, then slowly wiped her face. Nothing happened, at least not immediately. With a deep breath, she lit a matchstick and burned it. The flame flickered and died. The next morning was the day of their promotional exams. Nancy walked into class, unsure of what to expect. The question paper was shared. She looked down, and suddenly everything made sense. Formulas, definitions, answers, everything came back. Like her mind had awakened. Nancy blinked. A tear slipped down her cheek. She was back. Across the room, Susan sat confidently. She hadn't studied. Why would she? The charm had always worked. She smirked and picked up her pen. But as soon as she read the first question, her smile faded. Her mind went blank, completely blank. Panic set in. She flipped pages. Nothing, not a single answer made sense. For the first time, Susan felt the fear Nancy had been living with. Days later, the results were posted. Students gathered around. Excited voices filled the air. Then, a loud reaction.
Nancy is first again! She's
Whisper
back!
spread quickly. She is back. Nancy stood quietly. No pride, just peace. Then came the other news. Susan failed. Not just failed, she had to repeat SS2. That afternoon, Susan stood in front of Nancy. Gone was the pride. Gone was the confidence. Her eyes were red. Her voice shook.
I'm so sorry for everything, Nancy. I don't know what came over me. I got carried away. You were always praised for your intelligence. I became jealous of you. Please, forgive me. I hated seeing you succeed. I've lost everything because of my jealousy.
Tears rolled down her face. Nancy looked at her for a long moment, then spoke softly.
I forgive you, Susan. But we can't be friends anymore. I wish you all the best.